Hi guys, welcome to this upload for you guys here on Wrestling Fan Open Mic Night. It's night time here in the United Kingdom. Yeah, I do apologise about the lateness of this video because quite honestly, I've had just a bizarre weekend. We want to say, first and foremost, Friday night, work trial and a job. Second day, which was a Saturday, I literally had considering I had two shifts instead of one on this work trial thing as well. Then I went to see Mario Manson last night. Great show, don't get me wrong, but our venue is not made for rock music. Our arena, I can tell you now, the acoustics in our building is fucking annoying. You know, it sucks all the volume out, how to put it, the voice. So you can hardly hear it, so it's very tinny. It's fucking annoying. So it's not made for rock music. If you're into rock music, stay away from Nottingham Arena. I've got another gig later on in the week at Volbeat, which I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, the acoustics don't drown them out because that would even annoy me even more. That's what put me off going to gigs to my local arena. But obviously, because I haven't seen Marilyn Manson in many, many years live at all, and that's saying something. It's one of my bucket lists I wanted to do since I was at school. You know, I was listening to imported stuff of Marilyn Manson before he got popular, and that's saying something. So hopefully over on Wrestling Nerds channel, aka Paddy, he's hopefully doing a vlog from that. So obviously check out his channel when he actually does that. I'm really looking forward to listening to Volbeat live. I've not heard them in some time since I went to Rock City to see those live. So yeah, hopefully meet up with Ollie TNS Attitude. Just to let you know, right? I know it's old. Some of you, my OG subscribers, I've not gone for the Mohican anymore. Don't worry. It's just how my hair's been cut. It's just the way I've not literally gelled it or anything. I'm having a lazy day today, so I hope you can understand, and that's why I'm very, very groggy because I was obviously not at the gig last night. It was one of my work trials. There was a lot of a smoke machine going off, and it literally filled the room to the point where it's literally got on my chest, and it was to the point where you couldn't see. So how am I supposed to do my job properly, if you know what I mean? But obviously, I'm not here to disclose what I'm doing because I'm not allowed to. But all in all, it was a good experience. Hopefully, I'm on their books. But then I've got another work trial for another company on Saturday, so things are looking up. At long last, for yours truly. Anyway, what I want to say is to you guys is I do apologise for the lack of uploads. It's because obviously I've been focusing on other things and so on. Not saying I've not watched wrestling. It's just I've been focused on obviously this past weekend of the work trials I actually had. So what I want to say to one of you guys is that I've been catching up with a lot of stuff like that's been going off WWE wise as well as AEW wise. Obviously, you know my opinions and so on, but all I can say is this: with AEW, Samoa Joe being the number one contender, I don't mind that at all. You know, because at the moment, I just want to say this: a lot of people probably agree with me that the main event scene towards AEW is very weak at the moment, and that's just me being honest. They need to put a stipulation with that Samoa Joe and Hangman Adam Page match. There need to be a stipulation. You can't do a straightforward another match now. You need to have something like maybe last man standing match or not an I quit match because that won't work out. But then I don't mind him being number one contender because, to be honest, Smojo I've liked for years anyway. I'm really impressed with his work rate, what he's actually doing with Powerhouse Hobbs. Brain fart, can't think of the other one. What he's doing for the ops, actually, I would just say. Um, but yeah, that looks really, really good. And Sig Team Tournament looks interesting. I was, I'm glad the likes of Sister of Sins have gone through on that. Um, was I happy about FTR getting the tag team title spot? Not really, to be honest, because I don't, in a way, I don't feel like they need that sort of accolade at the moment. It would have been far superior if it was someone like Jet Speed to have a chance in the tag team tournament. I mean, I had the Fatal 4-Way, but it was a fun match to watch, don't get me wrong. Darby Allin caught a great promo last week. Unbelievable promo. I felt every word of it. But yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like you're making Darby Allin look strong, don't get me wrong. And then you look at the likes of where they've actually announced the males, Blood and Guts, is that going to be obviously the conglomeration versus that's what I mean. It's like Death Riders. I feel like this was a missed opportunity that you could have done something with the likes of Death, the conglomeration versus what do you call it, Don Callis' family, because obviously Mark Briscoe's been feuding with the likes of Carl Fletcher. That's what I thought they were going to go down that route going forward, and it never went that way, which I was highly surprised. You know, it just baffles me that I felt like, to be honest, that was a missed opportunity because of obviously the feud between Mark Briscoe and Cal Fletcher would have been more sort of superior sort of thing. So yeah, then obviously Dynamite was good. Obviously, I've not watched Collision yet. I know it's Monday, but I've not watched Collision yet. Then we look at the stuff that's been going off with WWE at the moment. Jake Cargill with the women's title. Great choice, don't get me wrong. CM Punk winning the title. I'm glad they went with that sort of decision, even though CM Punk's already been there. He doesn't technically need it as such. But and then with Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, this is the biggest problem I feel that WWE's got at the moment. The amount of times you've actually built those two up in a feud for numerous of years now, since Cody's been back in the company, and all you get is the same fucking outcome. It's fucking boring. It's fucking stupid. It's absolutely fucking stupid, to be honest. This was a missed opportunity to promote the likes of Drew McIntyre to win a world title in front of a fucking crowd. Now, speaking of a crowd, which I'll get onto in a minute, that all I can say is missed opportunity again. You know, that's what makes it stale. You know, that's just me being honest. What else can I say? When I'm on about crowds, there weren't that many tickets sold. When WWE fans hit AEW here, other companies with small crowds and everything, they have not sold that much tickets. You know, don't believe what you see on camera because TNA used to do it. Used to sell out old camera side pretty much. And then sometimes they have like around the ring and that lot that you won't have that many. It's in attendance as such, but always camera side. you'd literally optical illusion, if you know what I mean. So now WWE's having the problem of selling tickets, which I've heard that SmackDown didn't sell well, neither did SmackDown Main Event. They've got to rethink their pricing strategy to make people go back to their shows. I think people are now starting to switch it big time for that company, which is a bad look for WWE. And this is me being honest, because at the end of the day, WWE fans themselves were attacking the likes of AEW, etc., like that, and now everyone's feeling the pinch. They're making it now. WWE fans are making excuses saying it's AI'd or it's before a show or as people coming in, but clearly you see on the pictures that it's got wrestlers in the ring. Now, I'm not one of these people that gives a fuck who's in the crowd, or I just care about what's happening in the ring, because at the end of the day, I've supported no end of companies, through the rough with the smooth. And for smaller companies like WWE, you just say, you kind of expect those small crowds. So WWE fans are making excuses and targeting AEW fans for them having small crowds. But now WWE somewhat are getting that sort of feel to have small crowds. And it's not a good look for WWE to have this happen to them, even though it's happened to them, which is his biggest frustration at the moment. But that's my only opinion. Then I want to talk about this. Right. Finally, something. All I can say is this. Right. With this John Cena tournament, it's going to go off over the next numerous of weeks, leading up to John Cena's last match with the winner of this tournament. I don't care who the fuck it is, who the hell goes into it, whoever wins it. All I can say is hope they've made the right choice. And I don't give a fuck who faces who, right? The way he said in his video package, SmackDown, Raw, NXT, and other people from other companies that don't even work for the company do not think AEW wrestlers. All I can say is this: he's only hyping up with the working relationships with the likes of AAA and NXT. Has already been confirmed with Raw and SmackDown, right? And TNA is going to be involved. So that is such a wide open choice. Don't get me wrong, it's an interesting aspect to it. But the catch is how they're doing this tournament. These tournament matches. I've not looked into it. Are they going to be airing on Raw? Are they just going to be airing on SmackDown? Are they going to be airing on NXT? What they should do, if they do it correctly, I know it debuts from a week tonight, apparently. It starts. I feel like they should do a match on Raw, match on NXT, match on SmackDown, match on AAA, match on TNA. So you can broaden your horizons, and that's just me being honest. Because then it will give people a reason to tune into those products, and it shows willing that WWE wants to do a working relationship. And I want to say this, right? No bullshit, no brass tacks. I would expect if this is such a history making moment, because WWE loves the moments so much, as we know full well, right? I want to say this to everyone that is watching this. I would expect 5-star matches throughout the whole fucking tournament. From near falls, etc. Because at the end of the day, give it that independent raw feel. The edge on your seats, the oh my god, the holy shits, the full works. I don't give a fuck who's in the tournament. As long as they get the chemistry right, the charisma right, the little bit, if you want a little bit of tributes to John Cena's moves, like John Cena's been doing with other wrestlers, do it correctly. And I've got a gut feeling it's not WWE's actually making this tournament, it's John Cena himself as the booker for this, right? And I don't care, right? If it proven it, right? At Crown Jewel, everyone talked about the match, including myself. I went back and watched the match when I had free time. I didn't watch the event, but you see John Cena versus AJ Styles. Everyone's saying that was a clinic of a match, 5 stars. That's a tribute to wrestling, etc., etc., etc. I want to say it was a solid, good match, fun match, right? All I can say is this, and it's got to be on that same level for everyone involved, right? To make it worthwhile. Otherwise, if you are speculating and accumulating, it's going to be gone through at the end of that tournament. It's going to be shit. And all I can say is this: John Cena's already passed the torch to Cody Rhodes, right? He's already done that. Cody Rhodes does not need to be involved in this, right? He's already passed the torch to Cody, right? Now, all I can say is this: whoever wins this should be the top star of the company, this top face of the company. Yeah, you could say that's close as Cody Rhodes getting the rub from John Cena when he actually took the title from him, but gave him the title, but took it from him. I feel like you should, and I mean it, think, okay, he's the next top person. And then whoever's won that tournament should face Cody for the title straight away. Not on the same night, obviously. Maybe at the next pay-per-view after that side night main event. If that happens that way, and it's fucking gone for biggest waste of time of doing this tournament, you need to leave it so wide open that you literally think, oh, for once WWE is not being predictable when you need to have that passion, drive, and determination. Remember, John Cena believes in the hustle, loyalty, and respect. John Cena's motto, and that's what you need from this tournament to deliver to the fans. That's my honest opinion. But that's my thoughts and opinions today. And once again, I do apologise for the lack of videos on here. And remember, check out my link tree where you find my links to my TikTok, my Instagram, my vlog channels, etc., etc., etc. So you can see new content from me as I want to do them, obviously. But until next time, catch you guys later.